What is up, everyone? This is Emerald PM back at you with a brand new video. As promised, today's video is a Pokemon video, and just to go back to our roots, kinda, gonna kick it off with a Pokemon Showdown video. So this team that I have right here is a team that I built a pretty long time ago. I was supposed to use a different team in this battle, but since they both had a Toxapex in the lead, I was just like, oh no, yeah, this is the team that I want. Clearly only looking at one Pokemon, and I'm dumb, so yeah. But anyways, so right now I'm thinking about how in this battle my opponent is probably gonna send out his Ferrothorn, maybe his Rotom Wash, but I'm pretty sure he's going for the Ferrothorn. So I end up choosing my Marowak to come out first to counter that. At the same time, he could have set out his Rotom Wash and I would have been pretty screwed, but as you'll see in a few seconds, he should be setting out his Ferrothorn, and I'll be sending out my Marowak. Yep, here we go. There's the Ferrothorn, there's the Marowak. Got the counter pick off, and here I'm basically guessing that he's going to switch. So I'm considering either using Swords Dance to just boost my attack, but at the same time, Marowak is pretty frail, so I don't really, want to set up the Swords Dance, and it's not the fastest Pokemon, and I knew that if you sent out like Greninja or something, I'd basically be kind of screwed. So I'm just kind of toying around with my options right now. This Marowak is running a Thick Club, so I could do decent damage on anything that comes out. And I just go for the Fire Punch because I think that maybe the Ferrothorn might be setting up Stealth Rocks this turn. So yeah, that's why I chose Fire Punch instead of maybe going for Shadow Bone, which would have been the safer option for anything that he sent out, because it would hit all of his Pokemon except for Greninja for at least neutral damage. Here comes out Sylveon, and did pretty decent damage and got a burn too. So got the residual damage. Unfortunately, the burn isn't really that effective on Sylveon, because Sylveon is more of a special attacking Pokemon, but still, any residual damage that could come on was really helpful. Right here, I'm sending out my Lucario, because I figured, oh, anything that this Sylveon can do to me would be neutral at least. But then I got this special defense drop, which was very unfortunate, and I still just go for the Bullet Punch on Sylveon, thinking it might stay out, but my prediction is not that very good because Marowak comes out and takes the Bullet Punch, which basically did no damage to it. I haven't this is one of my first battles in a really long time, so my prediction is kind of off, and here's Lucario using its Z move, Devastating Drake. This Lucario really isn't supposed to have a Z move on it. I was messing around before this battle, trying to see if you can use a Z move and Mega Evolution in the same battle, and I took this Lucario's item, which I believe was a Life Orb, and switched it out for a Jugmonian Z. So that's not really, this isn't the really proper set I should be running. So anyways, took out Marowak, and now Mienshao is out, and obviously because Mienshao can do super effective to my Lucario, don't really want that to happen. So right now I'm considering switching Pokemon, thinking about Marowak, because any move that Mienshao could do wouldn't really do that much damage. Any fighting type moves would totally miss, and also U-turn would do basically no damage, but it went for the high jump kick, and since Marowak is a ghost type and the attack didn't connect, Mienshao took damage from high jump kick, which was really fortunate for me. Really appreciate that. Mienshao is a pretty fast Pokemon, so in most circumstances Marowak wouldn't have much to do. At the same time, Mienshao would be crippled by its fighting type. It wouldn't have any stab moves to use against Marowak. But oh well. As you just saw, Marowak just took out Sylveon, so that is 2 Pokemon down for my opponent's team, and 0 Pokemon down for me. All my Pokemon are still up and running. So we're gonna see what goes down. Rotom Wash just got sent out, and since Marowak takes super effective damage from Rotom Wash, I would probably want to switch out here. due to the Hydro Pump or the Scald. Wouldn't really want that, so I send out my own Rotom Wash, but my opponent predicted the switch and went for a Volt Switch, so now Ferrothorn is out, which my Rotom Wash can take super effective damage from if this thing is carrying Power Whip, which it might, but most of the time Ferrothorn usually carries Gyro Ball, but I still throw out my Burn just in case any damage Ferrothorn might want to do to me. I know some people, I've seen some people try to paralyze Ferrothorn, which doesn't really make that much sense, because Ferrothorn's main attacking move is usually Gyro Ball, and Gyro Ball does more damage when the Pokemon who uses it is slower, and Paralysis, I believe, now halves a Pokemon's speed, so you just made Ferrothorn more powerful, so I don't know why people would try to do that. I would usually try to just burn Ferrothorn, maybe put it to sleep, but burn I feel like works the best, this way it can't do as much damage. My Marowak just went for the Brick Rake, thinking that maybe if Ferrothorn stays out, still do some good damage, and also Brick Rake would do at least neutral damage to all the Pokemon that come out, except for Greninja, where it'd be super effective. So now Rotom Wash is back out, and I just decided to stay in with Marowak, thinking, oh hey, maybe I can just get out some damage, but because Rotom Wash is faster, I will lose my Marowak this turn, meaning that is my first Pokemon down. But right now I'm still currently in the lead of how many Pokemon are still in the battle, so who knows, I can still pull this off. So I switch out to my Rotom Wash. Excuse me, sorry. I switch out to Rotom Wash, and he switches out back to Ferrothorn. And I went for the burn, just in case Rotom Wash should stay out. So basically that turn was kind of useless for me, and I messed up. So I just go for the Volt Switch, just because, you know, I want to put a little bit of damage on Ferrothorn before switching out. And right now I go to my Tapu Lele, which at first probably wouldn't make that much sense, because Tapu Lele is Fairy type, but my Tapu Lele is running Hidden Power Fire, so I figure, hey, maybe some super effective damage can take out this Ferrothorn real quick. So we'll see just how much damage that does, and almost does it, almost, so close. But then Ferrothorn gets its health back from leftovers and Leech Seed, so it's not out. This Tapu Lele is choiced, so the only thing I can do is use Hidden Power. And now Tapu Lele will not go down. It has 2 HP right now, so Tapu Lele, you know, put it in that work real quick. But unfortunately, yeah, Tapu Lele goes down. So now we both have 2 Pokemon down and out. He sends out Mienshao, and right now I'm considering which Pokemon I send out. Maybe Rotom. Yep, I go for Rotom. Went for Rotom because Rotom's pretty bulky. Anything that Mienshao could do, you know, I wouldn't take too much damage from. Due to Rotom Wash, like as I said, being pretty bulky Pokemon. The U-turn comes out, which I should have expected, but I still went for the Hydro Pump, which does some pretty good damage on Ferrothorn, but won't take it out due to its leftovers. Burn takes it back down to what it was after the Hydro Pump, which is pretty good, so basically making leftovers useless. But if leftovers hadn't been active, like this Ferrothorn had been holding leftovers, which I don't know why a Ferrothorn wouldn't be holding leftovers, then the burn would have took out Ferrothorn. And I go for another Hydro Pump, hoping to get rid of Ferrothorn, but it barely lives, and just kind of gets all its HP back from the Leech Seed, and it pulled out Power Whip, which is super effective against me. So yeah, and here I go for the Volt Switch, which admittedly now doesn't make sense, because if I send out Rotom again, it's just gonna die from Stealth Rocks, so don't know why I did that. So yeah. Now going to Mega Evolve Scizor and use Bullet Punch, hopefully to take out this Ferrothorn, because it only has, it has so little HP right now. And yes, Iron Barbs is going to hurt me, but at this point, I just want this Ferrothorn gone. And he switches to his Rotom Wash, where I use Bullet Punch, which is resisted, only does 7 damage. Most of which Rotom heals with its own leftovers. So, at this point, I'm not really sure what I should do, so I just switch out to Rotom. Rotom takes the L real quick. Just kind of wanted a safe switch right now. So, now we're down to, I have 3 Pokemon out, and he has only 2. So, my opponent is back. It was not back in the lead, is in the lead now. So I sent out Lucario, and I figure, hey, I have Drain Punch, let me get some HP back, so go for the Drain Punch, and Rotom goes to the Will-O-Wisp, which missed, can't speak English, apparently. But yeah, so Will-O-Wisp missed, which is really good for me. This way, my attacks do more damage, when Rotom goes for the Pain Split, bringing its HP back up, and my HP down, which is very unsatisfactory for me. Just go for the Drain Punch because I want that yummy nummy HP real quick. Drain Punch almost is enough to take it out, but then Rotom goes for the Hydro Pump, taking down my Lucario, leaving me with 2 Pokemon left, and my opponent with 4. So now I'm sending out Scizor, who can hopefully do some pretty good damage on this Rotom, hopefully take it out. I'm going for the Night Slash, even though it's not Technician boosted. I feel like it should still do enough damage to take out this really annoying Rotom. Well, not really annoying, but still want this Rotom out because it's pretty bulky, and Night Slash does do enough damage to take out Rotom. So now it's down to me having 2 Pokemon, my opponent having 3. Ferrothorn comes out with barely any HP. I just go for the Bullet Punch because I just want this thing down and out. Bullet Punch takes it out. Iron Barbs gives me a little bit of damage. But now we're each down to 2 Pokemon. My opponent has Mienshao and Greninja, which hasn't even come out this whole battle. And my Toxapex hasn't come out all battle either. So hopefully we can see me pull a win, and Scizor goes down to a freaking high jump kick. So now it's kind of all down to Toxapex. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this battle, which is unfortunate. Really wanted to win, but, you know, you can't win all your battles. You just gotta, you know, take an L sometimes. Mienshao did use Knockoff, which means Toxapex lost its Black Sludge, meaning I won't be getting some of my HP back at the end of the turn, which kind of sucks for me. So here, Mienshao used U-turn to switch up to Greninja, and I'm pretty sure this Greninja is running Extrasensory, and there it is, which takes out my Toxapex, unfortunately. So that's a GG right there. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please go down to the comments below, leave any suggestions for a team you guys might want to see me use, or Pokemon you might want to see me use. But also subscribe, hit the little ring-a-ding-ding right next to it. This way you get a notification whenever I upload, which is every now Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and can't wait to see you in the next video. Blorp!